Hello and welcome to my Teachback presentation. My Teachback presentation is on Chapter 11, Autism Spectrum Disorder. Here's our classroom norms. Be respectful, participate in all activities, pause or rewind the video when needed to do so. Our learning objectives are: after you complete this chapter, you will be able to describe how the lives of people with autism spectrum disorder have changed since the advent of IDEA, explain the various definitions and classification of ASD, describe the traits and rate of children and youth with ASD, list the causes and risk factors associated with ASD, describe assessment procedures used to identify ASD in children and youth. And last, describe the different interventions for children and youth with ASD from early childhood through adulthood. Okay, let's move along. Here's our bell work. So, what comes to mind when you hear the word autism? Please pause the video and write down your answer. Say 11-1, Changing Era in the Lives of People with Autism Spectrum Disorder. Students with autism weren't officially recognized in school, often placed in general categories. Many didn't get the support they needed. And this is before the IDEA. And after the IDEA, in 1990, autism was officially recognized under IDEA. Students have the right to free, appropriate public education. Schools create individualized education programs, provide specialized instructions, therapies, and accommodations. 11-2, Definitions and classification of ASD. So the definition of autism has changed many times over the years and is currently viewed as spectrum disorder with varying levels of functioning. So level 1 is required support. Someone may need a little help with social situation or daily tasks. Level 2 is requiring substantial support, more obvious challenges that need regular help or structure. Level 3 requiring very substantial support. Significant support is required for many daily activities and communication. A multidisciplinary team evaluates the students and decides if they qualify for service under educational classification of autism, another special education category, or accommodation through Section 504. So moving along to 11-3, characteristics and prevalence for ASD. Social, there's four components. So there's number one, social communication differences. And under social communication differences, there's difficulty reading body language, facial expression, or tone, trouble with back and forth conversation, may come across as very direct or literal, eye contact may feel uncomfortable or unnatural, and number two, repetitive behavior and focused interest, repetitive movement, rocking, hand flapping, tapping, repeating words or phrases, strong attachment to routines, very deep special interests, sometimes called special interests. Number three, sensory processing differences. Over or under sensitivity to sound, light, texture can lead to sensory overload or avoidance behavior. Number four is cognitive and behavior patterns. Under this is preferences for structure and predictability, difficulty with sudden change, strong attention to detail, thinking may be more pattern based or systematic. Due to numerous uncontrollable factors, it is difficult to report a prevalence rate. Gender differences are evident in autism, more common in boys than in girls. Moving along to the unique strengths that they have. Some individuals with ASD have Savant syndrome. Most common are the splinter scale savants, who are preoccupied with information such as historical facts, sports, trivia, or train schedules. The talented savants are those who have musical, art, or talent such as hyperlexia that are not only remarkable in light or their disabilities, but also compared to their peers. Their, sa- their savant skills usually occur in one of five areas: music, art, calculating, mathematics, and mechanical spatial skills. The third type include the rare prodigies savants, who are prodigies or geniuses. Okay, let's move on to our main activity. So, our main activity is a scenario reflection. Imagine you're sitting in class and everything feels overwhelming. The lights are really bright, people around you are talking loudly, and someone keeps tapping their pencil. The teacher gives direction, but they're kind of confusing and hard to follow. How would you feel in this situation? What would you probably do? Sorry, pause your video and write your answer. Okay, let's move along. 11-4 Cause and risk factors of ASD. Causes, mostly linked to genetics, can run in families, caused by differences in how the brain develops before birth, not just one cause, usually a mix of genetic and biological factors. Risk factors, having a family member like a sibling with autism, older parents, being born premature or with low birth weight, certain conditions during pregnancy like infections or some medications. No, risk factors don't guarantee autism. They just chances. Increase the chances. 11-5 Assessment procedures used to identify ASD in children and youth. ASD assessment is not based on a single test. Instead, it includes multidisciplinary teams of professionals, screening tools, direct observation, parent interviews, cognitive, language, and adaptive testing, and diagnostic criteria. 11-6 Intervention for children and youth with ASD from early childhood through adulthood. So, early childhood 0 to 5 years, early intervention is critical because brain is highly adaptable. And the focus is on communication, play, social engagement, and reducing development delays. Ages 6 to 12 years old, middle childhood, the focus on is on academic success and peer relationship. Intervention expand into school and peer environment. IEP, individualized education plan. And 13 to 18 years old, adolescents focus shift toward independence, identity, and life skills. Social communication and friendship skills. Mental health support and transition planning often part of IEP. 18 years and plus, support continues but becomes more individualized and goal-oriented. Focus on autonomy, employment, relationship, quality of life. Autism, okay, sorry. Now we're moving on to our assessment true or false questions. Okay, number one, autism spectrum disorder only affects communication skill. True or false? Number two, ASD is a lifelong condition. Number three, autism has genetic and environmental influences. And number four, poor parenting cause autism. And number five, sensory sensitivity, sound or light is common in ASD. And number six, people with ASD cannot form friendship. And last, some individuals with ASD have strong or exceptional abilities in certain areas. Please pause the video and write down your answer. Okay, let's move along. This is the answers to the true and false questions. You can check your answers. And thank you for watching and participating.